friends, welcome to the second part of the video, which is on conditions for setting up direct selling business in India. And in my last video I discussed 4 conditions, and in this video I will discuss the remaining 4 conditions. Now start with condition number 5. As per the direct selling guidelines of 2016, there are total 8 conditions. 4 in the first part I discussed, and this is part 2. I told you earlier also, and the remaining point I will discuss now. So starting point to point number 5, what does it say? It says notify and provide a full refund and buyback guarantee on reasonable commercial terms within a period of 30 days from the date of distribution of goods and services. It means every direct selling entity have to notify and provide what? A full refund and buyback guarantee on a reasonable commercial terms within a period is given a 30 days times from the date of distribution of goods and services. Now coming to the 6th condition. The direct selling entity have to notify and provide a cooling off period to entitle direct sellers to return any purchased good and services during cooling off period. The direct selling entity have to give one cooling off period in which the direct seller have an entitlement to return the goods and services already purchased. Okay, this is the guidelines which is given by ministry that direct selling entity have to adhere all these points. So it is also required to be taken care of by direct selling entity. And to all the direct sellers who are part of direct selling entity, I want to say that you must know these things should be there in the documents, in the legal documents of the direct selling entity, because it is the prescribed guidelines of the ministry. Now coming to the 7th condition. The promoter and key management personnel should not convicted of any criminal offence with imprisonment in last 5 years. What does it say? Suppose your direct selling entity is a private limited company, okay, and one of the director on the board or any senior management personnel like CFO, CEO is convicted within last 5 years for any criminal offence in which he is under imprisonment as punishment, then in that case direct selling entity can't run. You have to change your CFO, or you have to wait for expiration of 5 years to start the business. This is the 7th point. Now coming to the 8th point. An office of an entity must have an identified jurisdiction of its operations in state to enable the consumer and direct sellers to acquaint themselves with. It says that office of a direct selling entity must have an identified jurisdiction of its operations in state in which that entity operates, to enable the consumer as well as direct sellers to acquaint themselves with what? Price of product in which direct selling is dealing, return or replacement of product, efficient delivery of goods and services, and post-sale redressal of grievances. So this is the last condition. I will now summarize all these 4 conditions. 5th condition is that the direct selling entity have to provide and notify a full refund and buyback guarantee for the reasonable commercial terms within a time period of 30 days from the date of distribution of goods and services. 6.1 say a cooling off period must be given by the direct selling entity to the direct sellers in which they have right to return any product and goods and services. 7 point says the promoter and the key management personnel should not be convicted for any criminal offences in which they have an imprisonment in last 5 years. From the date now you have started your direct selling business, you are planning your direct selling business, you have to see in last 5 years whether no one in the board or the promoter section should be a criminal, for which offense, for criminal offense he is in punishment of imprisonment. You have to check that. In that case it is not tenable as per the law. Now coming to the 8th point, an office of entity. The office of entity have an identified jurisdiction in the state in which the consumer and direct seller have the right to know themselves with what these points, with 4 points: with price of the products, with return and replacement of products, with efficient delivery of goods and services, and with post-sale redressal of grievances. So friends, now if you see the first part of the video, and this is the second part of the video of conditions for setting up direct selling business in India. If you sum up these 8 conditions which is given by the direct selling guidelines in 2016 to be adhered by the direct selling entity. So friends, if you are part of any direct selling entity and if you are doing a direct selling business, then also in both the cases you must know all these points, that it is adhering the direct selling business guidelines or not. So friends, if you like my video, hit the like button and subscribe my channel for the further updates on direct selling entities. I will give you more information on direct selling entity, how it runs, how it operates, what are the essential things that they have to follow as per the law in India. Thank you so much. I hope you liked the video. Don't forget to like this video. Thank you.